How's everybody doing? I am a little bit more tired today than yesterday, so I don't have the same energy that I had yesterday. And I'm going to listen to my body. I've been getting a lot done this week. I worked out this morning. I've been doing a lot in my office. And so I don't have the same energy that I had yesterday. Listening to my body and my mind, I might go to bed as soon as I get home and just get some rest. I might not work out tomorrow if I feel tired in the morning, even though I got goals and I want to get my body to a certain place by a certain amount of time. I might not work out in the morning. And you're probably thinking, why is she explaining all her thoughts and what she plans to do and what she does not plan to do? Because that is being holistic. That's what holistic means. Thinking about your whole self, mind, body, and spirit. Not just thinking about the body and what the body wants, not just thinking about the mind, not just thinking about what the spirit wants. Some people think about what the spirit wants. I'm not going to say too much and get myself in trouble because there's a couple topics that I'm going to talk about today that could get myself in trouble. But not being holistic and not thinking about the whole self is when we go to church and we stay at church the whole time, all 8 services, 2 days back to back, revival and everything, and we eating everything under the sun, even though we feel tired, we still there eating everything. Doctor done told us we got diabetes, but we still eating because we at church. That's not holistic. Okay, holistic is thinking about the mind, body, and spirit, not just the spirit. So when you're at church, you in your spiritual space, you're having a good time, but you still want to honor your body. Okay, you still want to honor your mind if you're overwhelmed or stressed out. This is how we are seeing depressed moods and anxious feelings and things, even in these spiritual spaces where we're supposed to be getting what we need. Because again, let's go back to my previous post. I kind of started this topic early. You are responsible for advocating for yourself. You have the help that you need out here, but it is up to you to listen to your body, listen to your mind, and go ahead and work on holistic wellness, where you are working on your whole self. So this is a heavy topic today, and I'll try not to say too much and try not to get myself in trouble. But holistic means, well, what holistic does not mean is natural. Everybody thinks holistic means natural. We will say, people will say, I'm going the holistic route. So I'm not going to go to my doctor anymore. I have a holistic doctor. And that is okay. But understand that a medical doctor can be a holistic doctor, a nurse practitioner. They go the holistic route most times. So holistic does not mean natural. Holistic does not mean I'm going to be on herbs and stop taking everything else. That's not what holistic means. Holistic really means working on the whole person. Okay? So, let me explain some things. You are in charge of advocating for your health. This means that when you choose the holistic route, you are not going to just do what your doctor says because your doctor said do it and you don't understand a thing of what your doctor said. Okay, I said I was going to try not to say too much that'll get me into trouble, but you are not going the holistic route. Even if you're going to a holistic doctor or a holistic nurse, if you don't understand what's going on, okay? So when you go to your providers or your helpers, you need to be asking questions. you need to know how these particular things are helping you. Okay, this is what holistic means, that you, for one, you understand, because when you understand something, it settles in your spirit and you are calmer. Okay, when you go to your doctor and your doctor says, here's this pill, take this pill, and you just know you take a little blue pill, that's a problem. That's not holistic. But if you have a doctor, even a medical doctor in Western medicine, who sits down with you, who sits down with your little grandmother who can't hear good, making sure she can hear what he or she is saying, and explaining this medicine is for this, answering any questions, and also asking, is there anything about this particular treatment regimen that worries you or concerns you, or what questions do you have? Are you afraid of anything? That's incorporating the spiritual piece and asking you, are you okay with this? Not here, this is what you're going to take, this is what you're going to do. It should be, are you okay with this treatment plan? Okay, that's what we do as certified nurse case managers. We come and we make sure that the treatment plan aligns with the patient. If the treatment plan does not align with the patient's beliefs, the patient's wishes, they're not going to do it. Therefore, everything is almost in vain, because the patient is not going to take that medicine. The patient doesn't understand why they're supposed to take that medicine, or they are going to take that medicine, but they don't understand the side effects. So then they're back in the emergency room for a side effect that could be managed with drinking water. For example, if the medicine makes them urinate a lot, and now they're feeling dry mouth, and they're worried, I must have COVID, my mouth is dry, I can't taste. And do you follow me? It goes deep. If the patient does not understand the medicine and at least some of the side effects, then that is not holistic. So I'm going to give you a story about my mom. I can talk about my mom because I'm sure I have permission to talk about it. She had a doctor, right? We thought we liked this doctor because the reason why you choose doctors, various reasons why you choose doctors. Okay, so we chose this doctor. She had this doctor for many years, and every time something new came out on the market, all of a sudden she's called me like, hey, I got a new medicine, I'm on a new medicine, I'm on a new medicine. And I'm like, wait a minute, why are you on this new medicine? What's it? Oh, he said it's for my blood pressure. And I'm like, you already got 2, 3 for your blood pressure. What is your blood pressure? Blood pressures are not changing. And she's like, oh, I got another one for my cholesterol. I got this, I got that. And I'm like, did you ask him why? Well, no, I didn't ask him why. He said this is what I need to take now. Okay, I'm gonna try not to say too much again that will get me into trouble. So I told my mother, I said, you need to ask questions. We are not just taking medicine and not knowing what it's for, and that's not good, because I've always been holistic, and she's calling me because she knows I do this work. So she asked the doctor, she started asking him. My mom is very sweet. She asked him, doctor, I won't say his name, I almost said it, what is this medicine for that you just put me on? He was like, why are you asking me questions? And she was like, well, I just wanted to know more about the medicine. Why all of a sudden you want to know stuff? And and she was like, well, I just want to know more about my care, da 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 da. So 2, 3 visits that went on. So then I guess he got tired. Throughout the third or fourth visit, maybe longer than that, but she asked him again, because I'm changing to this medicine. Changing to this medicine. And it's always something that's is new that the drug reps are walking in and talking about. And I'm like, nah, I don't understand why you guys switch from this medicine to this medicine when they do similar things. So I said, just ask him. Very polite, just ask him what's the reason for the switch. So he was like, why you asking me what I'm putting you on and why? Why can't you just be obedient like the other patients? And so she said, well, my daughter is a nurse and she told me to ask more about my medicine so that I can understand them. And he said, well, I'm the doctor. The doctor, what's a doctor to a nurse? Your daughter's a nurse, right? But she's not the doctor. Okay, so a nurse is not a doctor. A nurse cannot prescribe, a nurse cannot diagnose, but a nurse can ask questions. A nurse can tell her mother, hey, you should know what this medicine is about. That's what nurses do. We teach, we encourage the patient to understand, we educate the patient. So there's nothing wrong, and there's nothing of me working out of my scope of practice by saying, hey ma, ask him why he put you on that, and what's that for. So he was angry. If you don't want to be obedient like the other patients, then you can just go, he told her. And so she calls me and she's telling me, and I'm like, yeah, you about to go. You finna go, okay? You are not going back to this doctor. I don't care how many years that you have gone to him. And she was like, yeah, I don't know what was wrong with him. He was just so angry when I said that you told me to ask more information about the medicine so that I could understand it. And so I said that to say, you got to advocate for yourself. When you are saying, oh, the doctor said do this, do you know why? Even when you're saying, oh, the nurse or the nurse practitioner or the therapist or anybody said do anything, do you understand why? Okay? You need to understand why. That's not holistic. If a doctor tells you, just be obedient and do what I told you to do like the other patients, but he does not want to answer the question of what is this medicine for? Why am I getting switched from this medicine that you said was cholesterol to this medicine that you said is for cholesterol? Well, my cholesterol numbers haven't changed, or did they change? You could just ask questions. No doctor should be like, don't be asking me questions, do as I say. That's a problem. That's a problem. And I'm not saying that all doctors are like that, or even that there's a lot of doctors like that. Most healthcare providers care. But if you're in the situation where you feel you're not being heard, you're not being educated on what they're prescribing you and what they're giving you, then you need to, what everybody's saying, take the holistic route. The holistic route is understanding what's for you, for your whole self. If it doesn't feel right in your spirit, that's not for you at the moment until you understand it. Once you understand that pill or that surgery or that procedure, now it can still be holistic because you understand, I need this particular procedure because I got this going on within me and it's been explained to me, and I've signed informed consent. Informed consent means they broke it down for me, they let me ask all my questions, and now I feel comfortable with going forward with this. Okay, so do you follow me? Holistic does not mean natural. It means that the mind, the body, the whole person is addressed, and the whole person is able to relax and be at ease about what's going on in their life and about their medical care, but about what's going on with them. Okay, so it's all about being at ease, your whole self being at ease. So let's roll into what Reiki means, and I'll try not to make this too long, but Reiki means giving you universal life force energy. So basically, the energy that flows through us all, that gives us breath, the energy that brought you here, basically life, the life that's in you. So when you start to feel tired, we need to fill you up with more living energy, more life force energy, more energy that's gonna lift you out of that heavy place. Okay, so this is what Reiki means. This is what I need to say, because Reiki is just now becoming more popular. And I like to think that I have a little bit to do with that by talking about it so much, along with all the other practitioners that are talking about it. So once I start to see that something is going left, I have to come back and talk some more about it to make sure that nothing that I'm saying and nothing that I'm doing is leading people in the wrong direction, or nothing that or your beliefs you understand this particular holistic modality, and that is, if there's a lot of information that's skewing it, I want to come back and skew it the right way so that we can understand it. Okay, so that's what Reiki means, giving you universal life force energy. So you're getting that in the session when we're working on you. Okay, how often are you getting energy that does not feel good? I'm going to drop that question. How often are you getting energy that does not feel good? The opposite of life force energy, the opposite of positive. Right, all the time. All the time we are getting stressed. All the time when we are in traffic, there's a whole lot of traffic in front of my building right now. When you are in traffic or dealing with situations that, kind of throw you off, you are getting energy that is the opposite of life force energy. You're getting heavy energy. You're getting energy that can make you worry and make you anxious. Okay, so what I'm saying is that you're getting this energy all the time. Receiving Reiki and getting universal life force energy in a session does not continuously fix for the rest of your life all of the energy that's going to come into you. That's the opposite of balanced, universal life energy. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? So you cannot, I don't know where this is coming from, but you cannot believe that you get one Reiki session and it's going to give you life force energy and balance everything in you for the rest of your life. Again, I have to keep sticking on this because for some reason, this is what people are starting to believe, that when you say a Reiki session, you're saying a calibrating session for the rest of my life. And I've even heard some people say, I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life, that I got my chakras aligned. My love, you need your chakras aligned more than one time. My clients in program, a lot of them getting their chakras aligned and getting Reiki and intuitive healing weekly. We doing weekly sessions, and then we space it out to every 2 weeks, and then we go monthly, and then we space it out to where they start to recognize the balance that they're maintaining. Okay, so if you get into an argument, that's knocking off your balance. If you got bills and stuff you worried about, that's knocking off your balance. You're going through a divorce. If you go to my website, I'm breaking down all these things that I can help you with. All these things knock your energy off, okay? And can make you heavy. So it is not a one session that is going to fix that. If you are going through a divorce, you come for a session and you tell me, okay, I'm going through a divorce, yada, yada, yada. And then you go to court and y'all going back and forth about the kids and all this stuff. Do you think that a Reiki session is going to fix you going back and forth and having all this heaviness in your life? Okay, this is why we have the programs. This is why we have the programs. Again, everybody should be offering programs. Everybody should want a program. You don't get your hair braided one time and then just leave it in and let it just fall out where it falls out, and lock up where it locks up. Okay, you don't get your nails done one time, your lashes, your nothing. You literally don't have anything in your life that you do one time. So I don't know where it's coming from, and the word is going around all over the world. Get you a Reiki session if you feel horrible. No, it's get Reiki sessions with an S. Get Reiki healing therapy. It's a holistic therapy. It's not a session, okay? So this is why all my stuff has been revamped. Last year, it's been over a year now that we've been programmed, because I cannot be a part of that misunderstanding of I need my Reiki session to fix my whole situation, that you would need to go to therapy for a year, and you're thinking that I'm going to go the holistic route and get holistic therapy, which is one session with crystals on me, and now everything is fixed about how I was feeling after my divorce. Everything is fixed about how I was grieving. Everything is fixed about, that breakup. Or I'm feeling good, but I'm trying to manifest something more, and I'm going to do that with my one session. You guys, I don't know where it happened. Okay? That is not how this works. That's not what Reiki means. It means giving you, like I said, the universal life force energy to make you feel good and relax you and balance out the funky stuff that's been happening to you. Okay? So with that being said, that means you need more sessions to counteract the funky stuff, the same as you go to your therapist. And guess what happened today, girl? Guess what happened today, man? And then you release all that, and then you feel better. That's the same thing as Reiki healing. You're getting the good stuff that pushes out all the stuff that's happened to you. But you need Reiki healing therapy, not a Reiki session, okay? And what holistic therapy means, what it's talking about are holistic therapies, Reiki healing therapy, energy therapy, it's not talking about psychotherapy and talk therapy. Massage therapy is a holistic therapy. Reflexology is a holistic therapy, okay? Talk therapy can be holistic therapy if you're going to a therapist who addresses how you feel in mind, body, spirit, okay? So that's what it means. That's why we are holistic services here, because I don't want to be a part of the misunderstanding about what all this stuff means, okay? My entire mission, my entire goal is to be helpful, clear it all up. And yes, there's some magical type stuff around here, crystals. I do readings, okay, because I'm giving you extra information that I'm feeling from you. I'm doing this, candles, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, this is still integrative healthcare. It's called complementary therapy when you incorporate things of the earth and crystals and Reiki and these type of healing modalities, okay? So it's all a part of healthcare and helping you to feel better. Now, before I go, let's talk about my session. Somebody's probably like, well, if it ain't for a long time, then why is your session that price? My session is that price because I'm with you for 2 hours and I'm breaking everything down. So if you look at my session, it says intuitive healing plus Reiki. So it's not only giving you and calibrating and balancing your universal life force energy and bringing you back to center. But I do what's called intuitive readings, okay? Medical intuitive work, spiritual intuitive work. This means that when people come to me, they don't know what they're feeling or why, and then I tap in to their energy and start to feel what's going on with them and tell them, okay, I'm feeling this from you. So this is where it might get into what people confuse as special and maybe not confused, but they call it different things. They call it a gift or whatever. But before I opened this business, I was doing that with my patients. They would be looking just fine, and I would be like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay? So I'm like, no, something's off. I start looking at the monitors. I start going around. I'm looking at their toes, looking under the sheet to make sure after surgery there's no abnormal bleeding. I'm doing the most because I'm feeling something's off. Okay, and then all of a sudden they're like, I don't feel so good. Now we running and we grabbing stuff, but that's what being intuitive is jumping ahead, or not even jumping ahead, being able to feel the situation. And maybe that's part of being an empath, that I've always like felt things like that. So that's what I do in my work now. I specifically, people come to me for that. Okay, and they ask me to tell them what's blocked, what's going on, what they need to do about it. I write all that up in a care plan, explaining what to do going forward after we've done the recalibration and the alignment and the chakra alignment, and everything that you need frequently, that you need more than once. But people come for that care plan where I really break it down, what I felt from them intuitively, what I felt as a medical intuitive, a spiritual intuitive person. Okay, so that's the difference. And that's why people might feel like they need that one session with Nurse D. I need that session so she can intuitively do what she did for my friend. And I get that. I understand that. And I'm perfectly okay with you feeling I just need that session. But what I'm not okay with is you feeling like for the rest of your life, that's the only recalibration of your energy that you need. Sound healing can help you. Meditation can help you. My hope is that you dive into the holistic work and do multiple things that fill you up. Take some time to get enough sleep. Exercise, drink water. This is what holistic is. It's not, I'm going for my session with intuitive Nurse D, and for the rest of my life she is going to give me this calibration and it's going to fix me. I'm okay with you taking the care plan and me telling you this was blocked and that was blocked, but I need you to continue here in program, continue somewhere else, continue with yourself. Once you understand, okay, this is what was blocked on me, this is why, this is what she did, this is what we did together, this is what we talked about, this is what we talked about might have caused my blockages. You know, every time I break it down like that, people are like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. I was explaining to one person, at the health fair actually, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close out because this has gotten long enough. And she was like, this work is interesting. I don't know about it. I'm very, very interested. I said, yeah, no, watch me. Watch me on YouTube, watch me on Instagram, watch me on Facebook, watch me everywhere and read what I'm writing. I want you to learn. And so she was like, what does intuitive mean? So I gave her an example and I said, okay, let me tell you about a client I had, and it's not going to be any identifiers, but I just had a feeling. The client was coming in trying to manifest something, I think, trying to manifest in business and in work and move up, and kept feeling like every time they get there that they can't do it or they're not enough, those type of feelings. So when I tap in, I got my eyes closed and everything, and then I describe what I feel. So I described that I got a feeling of a little girl sitting at a window and just looking out the window. And I'm telling the client, I don't know what this means, but this is what I'm feeling. This is what I felt at this point in your session. And the little girl just looking and just sitting at the window. And so I was like, I think that we need to tap into your inner child, because there's something there that's holding you back as a child. And so, you know, client starts crying like, that was me that you're seeing, that you're feeling. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because half the time when I'm getting the feelings and the visions during the session, I don't know what it is. I'm just writing it down, writing, and then afterwards I explain it to the client what I saw, what I felt, or what I'm getting from them. So she was like, "That was me sitting at the window. I always sit at the window waiting for my dad to come, and he would never come. And I just sat there, and every time I would wait and wait and wait for years. I did that, weeks on end, for years. I sat there." And she was like, "So that little girl that you felt and that you saw sitting at the window, that was me. And it always made me feel like I wasn't enough. Why didn't he come? Why didn't he do what he said he was going to do? Was it my fault? Was I not enough to bring my dad to see me?" And so then it gets very emotional. And I'm like, "You are enough," and we really unpack and we really go in. But you see what I mean? That's how our sessions go. They are deep, they are beautiful. So I was explaining, to her what happened, and yeah, she was like, "Oh, well, let's go back to the health fair." I was waiting to the lady at the health fair that that's the type of work I do. And she was like, "Wow, that's deep." And she was like, "Yeah, I don't know." And I said, "Yes, I want you to read about me, watch about me, and if this is something that you feel you need, because everybody might not need it, but if it's something that I think everybody needs it. But if it's something that you feel you need, then I'm here. I'm here to help." And my work goes deep. And then we do Reiki. So even if you come to see what I feel from you intuitively, I get how you can feel like that's a gift, that's a magical session. That's okay to feel that, okay? Because I'm not cocky or anything. I try to be very, very humble in my work. But everybody doesn't give you this intuitive information. I don't know where it comes from. It just flows through me and I give it to you. So if you feel like I need that from Nurse D, I'm okay with that. But when I write you up this plan, promise me that you're going to continue working on yourself. You're going to go somewhere else, or you're going to get into my program, and you're going to understand that this is not the only type of holistic session that you need for the rest of your life. This is not the only session, a Reiki session, one time with Nurse D, or a Reiki session one time with anybody that you need for your life. You really need to incorporate it into your life. Holistic work, okay? Let me read this comment. Okay. "I delivered an Amazon to your house one day and saw your advertisement on the car. I'm so glad I got your info. You introduced me to a whole new medicine." Thank you so much. I wish I knew. Let me look at you. I wish I knew who you were, because I try to speak to the Amazon drivers. I try to speak to the professionals that pick up the trash. I try to speak to everybody, while y'all are helping and doing stuff for me, helping with the grass and everything. I try to be a nice person. So thank you so much. That feels good that I was able to help. Hey Brandy, how you doing? So let me scroll up and see if there's any more comments. Oh, hi. Peace of Mind Expo. Yes, Reiki is amazing. They said we love Reiki. So I am going to hop on another time and really talk about Reiki only, because this has been a long live about healthcare, holistic wellness, whole bunch of stuff, okay? So next time I'm going to talk about Reiki specifically to try and help counteract and bring it back to where it needs to be. That is not a Reiki session that you need, it's Reiki healing therapy, multiple sessions that you need. So find your place and tap in. Thank you for being here.